Hi everyone, my name is Valeria Contreras and I am the Advocacy Director for A Plus Colorado. Today we are interviewing Scholars Unlimited in a partnership with DFER to highlight organizations for the work that they do in Colorado.
Hi everyone, and my name is Juliette Siebold and I am with DFER as mentioned earlier, and we're so excited to have the team from Scholars Unlimited with us today.
Hi, everyone. My name is Diana Romero Campbell, and I'm the president of Scholars Unlimited. So glad to be here.
Hi, I'm Jenny Merrigan. I am the program director at Scholars Unlimited and happy to spend my morning with you guys.
Hey everyone, this is Manny Banks. I'm the manager of community partnerships and recruitment for Scholars Unlimited. Thank you for having us.
And hi, this is Angie Palouse. I'm a partner at Stronger Consulting and thrilled to be a part of this conversation today.
Thank you all so much for being with us today. We'll just get right into the questions. So first question, whoever wants to get started on it is, how are you all doing? And can you all share a little bit more about yourselves?
I can start. Again, my name is Diana. I am, actually, I'm really hot. It's very warm right now. Glad to be in air conditioning at the office. It's hard to believe that we are already in July. It has been a crazy 4 months of COVID and figuring out program and doing all the stuff. So I feel like, you know, if you're in a race and you're running and you're not done yet, I feel like we are still kind of on that last mile of a race that we've been running. But that's pretty much how I feel. A little excited about so many opportunities, but also feeling like we have a lot of thinking that we've been doing and a lot of introspective work as far as an organization.
Yeah, I think, Jenny, again, we're so excited to be doing our summer programming, and we're in our third week. We have 4 weeks, and so really just looking at what that strong finish is going to look like for our staff to support the kiddos in our programs, and then looking forward to the fall and just thinking of what does that in-person look like, what does that remote look like, what does the hybrid look like. Also, I think personally, you know, have 2 young kiddos, and so thinking about what is school going to look like in the fall and the kind of uncertainties that we have, and also the, you know, the push and pull of COVID is not going away. And so what is it going to look like at schools, and will my kids be safe, and will our kids be safe? Or just all the things that are kind of tumbling around in my head.
This is Angie from Stronger Consulting. I just want to say thank you again so much for allowing me to join you all today. And what's on my mind is that we at Stronger just feel so privileged to be able to support scholars in this critical work in Denver and in Colorado. We're a mission-driven consulting firm that really deeply believes in the power and promise of equity of education for all kids. And we know that thinking about online learning and thinking about what the fall is going to bring for the students here in Denver and beyond is so important. And we're just so thankful to be able to support them and the kids in that work.
Manny Banks here with Scholars Unlimited. Just grateful, as everyone said, for the experience learning about the virtual platform that we used. Think it's been great. And also as a parent like Jenny and others, think about how my kids will be going to school, because it's not going to be the same. COVID-19 has changed how we think in so many different ways. And as a parent, I just need to be prepared for their needs this upcoming year. So thinking about that.
Thank you all so much, Manuel, Diana, Angie, and Jenny. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing some of your struggles as you've gone through this process, but also how you as an organization are trying to help everyone else get through. I want to know if you guys can share, and it can be any of you, what is Scholars Unlimited? And you've talked briefly about your summer program. So what does that entail? Like, what are the age groups that can participate in that? So if you can just give us a little information about Scholars Unlimited and some of the programs you're running.
Scholars Unlimited is an organization that's been around for about 25 years, over 25 years, and we started in the Park Hill neighborhood as a small program to really do literacy instruction during the summer, and we've grown to be an organization that serves in kiddos in elementary school from Denver to Westminster and Aurora. We have not only summer programs now, but also after school programs. And we are considered a comprehensive, which means that not only do we have young people coming into the program for literacy and academic support, but we also have enrichment and really look at a whole child approach that includes after school meals, summer meals, and parent and family engagement. It's a great program, and I think that one of the strengths of what we do as a summer program and throughout the school year is the value of the staff that we hire. We hire teachers, paraprofessionals, youth development instructors to really and train well and support well so that they can have the most positive interactions with young people and really create those strong bonds.
You know, our signature program is really that summer learning, knowing that kiddos are going to have summer slide where they will actually lose some of their literacy skills. And so we're here as an organization to say that doesn't need to happen. And just putting some hard work in during the summer, we can actually support kiddos to not only combat the slide, but make gains in their learning so that they're coming back just one step ahead of their peers and not feeling that like anxiety of, oh my gosh, what's the alphabet again? What do the letters sound like? So it's really important for us to do that, and really important for us, even in this remote time, to understand that that's really what drives us, to make sure that all kids are on a playing field that they can win. And I think that's especially important during this time where kiddos haven't been in a classroom since March. So how are we giving them those skills?
You had asked, Juliet, the primary age group. So we serve elementary school students, and this is a no-cost program. So kiddos get to participate at no cost to the families. And I think that that's another strength in really eliminating barriers for families to participate in Scholars.
Great, thank you so much for that. How do you recruit or promote your program to families and students?
So we are, we're kind of a homegrown program, right? So a lot of our families come to us because they've been in the program for 2 years, they've been in the program for 4 years, they've had their parents have been in our program. And so in the communities that we really have that stronghold, like near Northeast and far Northeast now, Denver, the word of mouth of like, hey, we know that Scholars Unlimited is going to run their summer program. So that's the biggest draw that we have. We also have been using a lot of technology. Normally it is, we're at the schools, kids come in and we hand them a form or we hand them a flyer and say, we're excited for you to be in the program. Well, we can't do that. We couldn't do that this year. So really relied on using emails to shoot out emails to families saying, hey, we're here for you. We were doing text. Stronger really helped us, support us in getting a text platform out so that we could start sending text out to families, making phone calls, individual phone calls to families saying, hey, this is an opportunity that's out there. We really believe in over communication in normal times. And so we really were like, hey, we got to get out there and we got to make sure that we have kiddos that know about the program and are able to access the program. We also have great support from our schools that will call us and say, hey, I have, a group of kiddos that are reading below grade level. I really want to get them into your program. How do we do that? So that school support is also really beneficial in having kiddos in our program.
Thank you, Jenny. And you already touched on this a lot as you were speaking, and I'm sure you all have attested to how COVID have changed the course of your work. So I'm interested to know how, and it seems like you've been innovative in coming up with ways to reach out to families, to engage. I'm interested to know what the summer program is going to look like in these times.
It's interesting. And we planned for in-person, but we had to adapt like other organizations. We went from in-person to a virtual learning platform, to a 4-week program that's inclusive, that provides the education that kids need during this stressful time. Because at Scholars Unlimited, we want to remove the stress that families face. We don't want them to worry about, okay, is my son or daughter falling behind? And with our partnership with Stronger Minds, we're able to do that. And from a staffing perspective, we had to change what we normally do. Traditionally, we do in-person interviewing, but we had to switch to using video interviewing software. We use SparkHire to do interviews, and it worked out well for us. We were able to recruit paraprofessionals, teachers, youth development instructors who have that online learning experience. And so it's a quality program with quality educators. And so it's helped us.
Thank you so much for sharing that. Another question for you all is, what does your partnership with other organizations for this programming look like? And are you engaging community-facing partners or organizations, and how are you all collaborating?
Yeah, so one of our biggest partners is Denver Public Schools and the Summer Academy program. So we have a partnership with them where traditionally kiddos would be in their program in the morning, and then they would be in our program in the afternoon, and siblings of kiddos that are eligible for Summer Academy would be with us for full day for our academic programming and our enrichment. Obviously changed a little bit this year, but we're still have that partnership where we can provide programming for kiddos that are reading below grade level and kiddos that siblings that are also in home and need something to do. So that's one of our stronger partnerships. For our community partners, we had to scale back a little bit this summer, but really looking at that, what does that quality look like, and what are those strong partnerships that we've had over the years? And so one of our partners is CodeSpire, that does coding with our students, and we do anything from, the little ones are they're creating games, so like board games, and turning that into virtual programs, and then also doing that coding for the older kiddos. We also are working with Mirror Image Arts, that is a fabulous nonprofit in Denver that does a lot of they do sorry, I'm gonna mess this up a little bit for them, and I shouldn't, but they do social emotional learning through drama, and really look at bullying and a lot of real world problems that our kiddos are facing and tackle them head on. And they've been a great support. We've heard just some great stories. One of the first day, they were doing something with our students, and one of our students really took a liking to one of the characters, and at the end said, "Thank you so much for creating a space where I can tell my story. I am not always able to tell my story, and this is a space that I can do that." So those partnerships are really influencing our kiddos. And then I can't speak more to our partnership with Stronger Consulting that Angie will speak a little bit on, but this is what made our summer happen. We know how to do out of school time programming really well. And then when remote learning came around, we said, ooh, we don't really know how to do that. I can get on a Zoom, but that's about it. So we really wanted to see who could partner with us to make that experience quality. So it wasn't just something that we slapped out there and said, hey, here's a program, hop on Google, here's 54 links to get on different things. And so that's when we really went to Angie and her team to say, how can we partner to make the best experience for our kiddos? So Angie, you want to speak a little to that?
Yeah, of course. So what we brought to bear in this relationship is some expertise on a few different things. one, on LMS systems, the learning management systems. 2, on how to integrate those platforms with video conference software. 3, how to actually train other educators on how to use the platforms and how to get the incredible learning that they already have. up and on a platform so it can be leveraged by teachers and by students and parents. And so we supported Scholars Unlimited with all of that between about early May and the middle of June when programming started. And at this point, during the programming itself, we're also providing a tech support solution. So when parents log on or kids log on or teachers log on and they have issues and they're not able to do something with the system, we're there to support them. We're a phone call or an email away. And we took that learning from some other work that we had done in the online space as being one of the things that just has been a real challenge in the online sphere in the spring for online learning across the country, is that folks didn't know what to do if they couldn't log on, right? Or they couldn't turn on their computer, or they couldn't find where the information was. And so we've been really proud of that development in the partnership. And we're so glad that we're able to support throughout the learning in that way.
Well, one thing I will add is that due to the times that we're in, we had to come up with unique solutions to entertain the kids, to educate the kids. And so we're reaching out to different individuals that kids will be excited to talk to, like Maritza McClendon, formerly Maritza Correa, the first African-American female to make the Olympic swim team, and the first female of color to set American records. So she has agreed to come on and educate the kids, talk about her experience, because research proves that kids are more motivated by people that look like them. And so we're looking at diverse individuals to come and be a part of our partnerships.
I was just going to add, I think what's really exciting and moving from an in-person program and planning for in-person programming to an online platform, there are a lot of things that are embedded in that and that Angie touched on. But there's a lot of other pieces that kind of streamline and I think have allowed us to provide more equitable and relevant programming for kids in our community. So when you think about the access, all of the kids in the program, they all got a headset. And that allows them to put that on and allows them to focus in a classroom in a much different way. What we were hearing, and one of the things that Angie had also experienced in some of her programs, was that there were challenges of kids with focus and being able to be heard, and also to hear, the instructor, but also being able to be heard. And so that is one of those pieces that we implemented within the program. Now, getting the kids to wear it every single day, every single moment is still a little bit of a challenge, but they have it there and available, and it is in use. I think there are other things that were put into place that it seems like, not a, it seems like a simple solution, but it's something that really streamlined the access for families and streamlined communication. So one call line, one number, one email address if you're having an issue, not a whole bunch of them. And so that they knew, and they were kind of air traffic controlling. The questions come in and they could resource and problem solve and troubleshoot. I know that probably sounds like a minor thing, but huge way to be able to, I think, have a really good customer experience for the families and to problem solve very quickly. Also allowed us to look at where we have issues and are there, broader common systemic things that are coming up if everybody's asking the same question. And so it's really allowed us to have a quick, I say we, but it's really allowed us to have a very quick response and to really troubleshoot some things, because online learning, it's hard. And we would love to be in person. We don't live in that world right now. And so, how do you adapt and how do you really make it a quality learning experience? And I just appreciate that we've been able to do that this summer.
Thank you, and we appreciate that you all are here today once again to share this information with us. We would love to share this out. I think the goal of these interviews are so we can let the public know, and so we would love to share it. Other than going to your website, scholarsunlimited.org, how else can our viewers and our listeners either sign up, register, what's the process, and where can they learn about you guys?
Yeah, so you can always go to our website. We also have our Facebook page, which is Scholars Unlimited UN LTD. And we have our Twitter has the same handle. And so those are two great resources. Our after school program enrollment will be up live next week. So we're excited to get that out there. And the easiest way to get to that is through our website, which is scholarsunlimited.org. Those are really the best ways. And like we've been saying, we're always email away, a phone call away. So info@scholarsunlimited.org is a great way to get a hold of us. And our website has our phone number, but it's 303-355-0290. I remembered it.
That was impressive because I definitely do not know my office phone number. But I just want to thank you all for taking the time to be with us and to answer our questions. And again, if people want to support or learn more about Scholars Unlimited, visit their website at scholarsunlimited.org. Thank you all so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate
Thanks.
the time. I do have one more thing though that I want to share.
Yeah.
And I think that it is a universal issue that I think any organization is facing right now. And it's a universal in education, right? It's how do we best support families and students? How do we best support our students so that they're successful? And I think that there's a whole bunch of different modes of which that's happening. And so being in the out of school space, out of school time space, we are rethinking how do we best support school day, definitely staying in our lane to do that after school, but knowing that there are a lot of opportunities to think outside the box as to how we support the school day. I think we've had a lot of learnings and a lot of, I think a lot of growth as an organization. And that is where I think, you know, nobody does it alone. You can't solve a solution. You can't solve a problem on your own. And so really, you know, how do they support scholars? I think that we are in support of broader educational systems. You know, I said we work in Denver, Westminster, Aurora, and really thinking about how we show up and how we really make a difference for families. And that may look a little differently for a while. And I don't think it's, you know, it's a new normal, and I don't think we want to go back to the old normal. I think we have so much opportunity to be so much better and respond to the needs of kids in our community.
I'm glad that you shared that. Thank you very, very much. We needed to hear that. So we thank you, and we're wishing you guys all the best of lucks. And as partnership, we're always here, A+ and DFER, to support you. This is going to go on our social media. I'm thinking also of if you guys have any flyers, any like social media tags that you would like us to promote for you, you can email that to us, and I will make sure, and I know Valerie will too, that we can put it on our Twitter and Facebook, and just, you're probably going to get more families than you signed up for, but that's what we're doing. As you said, Diana, we're just trying to do what's best for students and families. So thank you all so much.
Thank you.